Good evening and welcome to another epic episode of More Than Just Motoring brought to you by Racing for Change. We would like to thank this week's sponsor for having us. For more info about this week's sponsor, please keep watching. Hope you enjoy the show with us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Yes, die Bobby is hy het gemaak. Dis musical chairs, musical. Hy moet hier kon sit op die einde sit.
Oh, you want to swap?
We're gonna swap, yeah.
Okay.
I first the intro and start, and then we can all swap again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of More Than Just Motoring brought to you by Racing for Change. And this evening, guys, we're out at Marley's Garage, out in Grassy Park. But tonight's episode or conversation that we will have is something a little bit about the cars, but not so much about cars. It's about actually
it's conservation.
Nee, daar is by Janne kan en dinge in Zandvliet.
Oh,
So yeah, we're going to have a chat to these two gentlemen because they are building something really, really awesome that will be part of the Racing for Change Gymkhana project that we are doing at the moment. But before I go anyway, I'll introduce myself. On my right hand side, we have Joss. How are you, brother?
Also,
Lekker. And then obviously we have none other than the
this guy.
Abdul Sayed, aka
Molly.
no. First you, then I can't jump. It's ugly.
Yeah.
Okay. After him, we have Molly in studio with us. Once another legend in the game, in the car industry as well. But I'm gonna leave it till there. Then I'm gonna put it over to Abdul.
Yo.
You want to sit here?
Well, let me first start out here. I was running a bit over time. I had a personal family emergency and family first, always.
Yeah, 100%.
And there was an accident, a massive accident in the corner here.
Hmm.
But it didn't affect me because I was on the other side of the road. But there were five drift carts involved. But I see Josh here, so it can't be him.
Yeah,
I just don't see Jess here. So
we're trying to tandem.
yeah, oh, no, that is good. Guys, I think it's actually a very, very, first of all, thank you very much. It was a very short notice.
That's Abdul. That's Abdul. That's Abdul.
Was this morning?
It was a brainwave, but actually we had it
Last night.
But we couldn't phone it because it was at past 10.
Yeah.
So okay, first thing in the morning.
You saying I'm sleeping already?
No.
No,
We're saying that you finish the cart.
And I was gonna say we're gonna set it in sleep. I mean, Molly's not that young anymore, you know.
But it's actually an honor and a privilege to be here tonight, and I just want to thank you guys for the short notice and Anwar as well, obviously. But it's an exciting program tonight because there's something that's going to hit Cape Town very soon. It's been around, but not at this level. So you guys obviously know Gary. I mean, myself and Gary. You came to the last Gymkhana with the one that you guys built.
The very first one.
Yes. And it was impressive. I thought this is actually a mad thing. And then things always take a while in my mind.
Marinate. It's called marinate. You know?
Yes, the marinating.
Marinating.
And then I thought, this is actually an absolutely brilliant idea for what we do, because we do grassroots motorsport. And also motorsport is extremely expensive to get into. So I mean, a young guy at the age of, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15.
When you say 6, 7, you must do 6, 7.
Oh, okay.
There we go. 6, 7. And then you go 8. There we go. That's it.
And you got to juggle it also.
We need to. We need to be. Yeah.
No, man.
And I just thought to myself, you know what? Here's something that we can actually make a massive difference with grassroots motorsport, especially and on a cost-effective basis. Because to build an entry-level drift car, I'm not.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We 10,000
Give us the numbers.
For what is this now?
1 tire, 2 tires.
That's only the tires. We the suspension. We does all the hardware stuff of the engine, the setup of the car goes into the. It's expensive.
Really expensive.
And the cool part with these cars is it's so much fun. I never saw somebody drove a car without a smile. You know, and a drift car is like, me bro, got the car home. What's going to break now? It's always a trial and error. And I mean, and you know that, Molly, in the interview you are as well as a trial and error. But I mean, if we can perfect this car, you guys perfect this car and have these youngsters participate in these cars and drive it like a drift car. And it's not about, first of all, it's about fun, having fun, and it's also about learning to control a vehicle because, and I mean, I spoke to Abdul and Leon over the weekend. We had 5 or 6 youngsters from the age from 5 to 16 years old. And if you see these youngsters drive on the course, they come fast on and then they must turn. They pitch the car into the corner and then they catch it. For me to catch a car in that way is something you can't teach.
Yeah.
It's in them and in the youngsters. And I blame, okay, I can't say blame. I'm encouragement these games that the youngsters have, these what's the games? Forza and Hooters and you should know about that.
Yeah.
But the fact that the youngsters at that age, man, have the ability to catch the car when the car is in a opposite slide, to catch it, correct it, and then throttle over again. That for me is amazing. And what this card also will teach him and stuff is the car control of various, because it's Gymkhana, so you're not just going to drive straight or 2 or 3 minutes. You're literally going to do a course that will be set out by the guys, and you have to drive it and stuff. It's going to be a pure fun thing. But obviously, as it grows, we're going to try to get more than just one car in there and get the youngsters more developed into that. And I mean, we are on 2 pocket bikes at the moment now. We were 1 last year, only in practice. This year, in the championship, we have 2. And there's talks about Ashwin and his wife taking it a little bit further and getting more kids to come along into the race of the change Gymkhana and have, they can have more pocket bikes. And the pocket bikes to the carts is just phenomenal. Ik weet het wel.
This thing's got 3 legs, but why is it standing on 2?
Camber. Cost us.
You might make it right.
Go for it, bro.
Because
Go for
you
it.
walk
Go
on
for
my
it.
nerves.
Aye, the OCD is bad here.
It is bad.
Yeah, that is really, really cool.
So,
So
guys,
so you guys came to a practice. I think it was last year. I think Gary.
Yes,
You
yeah.
couldn't. There was no way of actually moving this cart in, and Gary's got the van, and you basically put it in the van, and you went to do the track and stuff.
Took his seats out.
Did Gary take his seats after
actually,
you
what
guys?
happened was, Gary phoned me and he explained to me. I didn't know who you guys were, obviously,
Yeah.
right? And then he asked me. I said, "Why are you asking someone to come to a practice?" He said, "No, this is not."
Jersey.
Oh, Jersey.
Ons kunnen van de
Hang
mensen.
on.
Pick
Gary,
up a chair here.
Yes, sis.
Gary. Come on, come on.
You smoke.
I'll tell your own story here. No. We can't. No.
You want to smoke? Finish.
I'll smoke with you.
Anyways.
Are we smoking or not?
Yeah, we go.
Come get it.
Come on now.
Yo, this guy.
I'm in the corner.
Okay, I'm still in Anwar. Don't worry.
Can post in picture.
Yeah, Gary can sit there.
Yeah, get it.
So, Gary is here now. He's fashionably early.
With his flop flips.
Always.
We're not going to show that, don't worry. Because I actually want Gary to say how it started. This whole story about how the car started. And then obviously you guys were
Lip to fade.
and then I want you guys to talk about how the build, because it was very exciting. I mean, I had the honor of actually riding the car. Driving the car. Driving the car. I drove. No, not this one.
No.
Somewhere.
Outside.
Somewhere. It can drive on its own, by the way. That's it outside. It's remote control.
Yeah.
And I had the honor of actually driving this thing on Saturday, come do a few tests, and I thought this is actually incredible. For a cart, you get that gira, but it's such a nice entry level thing. So we're just waiting for Gary to finish his water,
Yeah.
and he's. So maybe we can start. Your cart that you guys built.
Yeah.
Because there were dress carts in Cape Town before, I remember,
100%.
right? But it was never.
It was more of a fun thing. I think the gentleman, I can't remember his name, it was out in Maitland.
Yeah.
That had a few where you can actually, it was 2-seater. Gary, are you okay there?
It's yourself now.
Gary, there's a cylinder here, they almost fell.
So just for everybody at home,
Thank you for coming.
the workshop's only clean on the side.
No,
You can't see the other
that's clean.
side.
That's clean. Okay, Gary, maybe okay, we're gonna get Josh to just say how he's the one started, and we can just go into how you actually brought him to the Gymkhana or practice one day.
Okay, we'll start. Yeah. So I once started with we saw well, my dad always built us go-karts as younger, like very young kids. So we always had the experience of using a go-kart. And one day, my dad saw a couple of guys on Instagram that posted a purpose-built, proper, full-on drift car.
Right.
And then he decided one day, he was came to me, he was like, look at this. Let's build another go-kart. And then that's where it came from. That's where the idea came from, yeah. And then I think like a week later, he said, go look in the garage there.
A week later.
Yeah, like say a week or two.
Oh, hang on, let's give me a time frame. Can you build 5 cars in the next 5 weeks?
Can't help you.
Give it away now.
Yeah. So like a week or two later, he said, "Got check there in the garage." And I went in the garage and I saw 4 wheels.
This garage.
This garage, yes.
Okay.
So 4 wheels and a rear shaft.
Oh,
And that was
You knew what it was.
yeah. That is enough. I already knew that was the start of it. Yeah.
So I mean, you had a few little kind of setup issues, like a wheel fell off,
Yeah.
and something. I mean, like little like niggly stuff. But just tell us the experience that you had. And your car didn't have the biggest of engines either. It was like a really just a
It's a tiny engine.
yes, a tiny engine. And I thought, this is incredible because you were like, the whole place down. So how was it feeling?
It was different getting the full experience because I never got to take my car to the limit
Okay.
because I never had a proper open space. So
Yes.
going to the track, I had like a proper full
Yes.
open space.
Good environment.
to give it the beans.
Yeah. Unlike the
So-
cul-de-sac.
Yeah, unlike the town
Yeah,
set
yeah,
where I
yeah,
irritate
yeah.
the neighbors.
Yeah.
So it was a good. I could say I definitely drove the thing to the max.
But it was very exciting. Gary,
Yo.
maybe you phoned me and said, can I bring someone to the practice? And I said, like, why are you asking someone to the practice? Like, what's the full idea?
I think Josh has been very modest.
Yeah, he's like the daddy.
Yeah, myself and Marlon's been friends for more than 20 years. Along with guys like
Since 1 year old.
yeah. So along with guys like Jason, I mean, we actually sent Jason a message and I invited him, but he just left me on read.
Jason Williams.
No, Jason leaves.
Jason
Jason leaves.
Oh.
So I know Marlon forever, and obviously because of that, I know Josh and Josh and Jesse since they were slightly. So it was inevitable that they were going to go this week.
Right.
I mean, it was always on the cards. And Marlon being the guy that he is in terms of fabrication, I mean, he was always going to see to it. So
He was always gonna make him a guy.
always,
Absolutely.
I didn't
Make
want
it
to.
happen.
Yeah, I didn't want to. But give Marlon time and space, and don't argue with him, and then mad things happen. And I mean, the opportunity came when we looked at this, and I mean, I told me and you had the conversation about it. It was like the entry level for motorsport for young guys now is crazy. So here was an opportunity to get into something exciting at a really grassroots level. And then the conversation that myself and Marley them had was like, how do you make this affordable?
Yes.
Because the thing is, in motorsport, we know, I mean, all of us know, you throw money at the problem go away. But not everybody has money, so therefore they have to stand on the outskirts.
Yeah.
And then it was like a collection of Marlon's talent and Josh's eagerness. And I mean, Jesse's not here right now,
But of help from my friends.
yeah. But the opportunity arose, and then I reached out to you and I said, look, I think there's something cool here. There is karting. I mean, Fatima drives karts, and I forget the guy with the beard's name, but I mean, there is karts at Gymkhana, which is cool. But here's like a little element that might be a bit exciting, and it's going to change the dynamic for motorsport.
Absolutely.
And obviously lower the bar in terms of what entry is, and then also from the business side of it, which is where I like to jump in, is to create a product that we can now take to people
Absolutely.
and make motorsport more accessible at venues that is now not noise compliant and all
Correct.
the other stuff. So
Correct.
that's where this whole thing came from. You were in your eagerness when we had that conversation. It was like, let's do it. I remember I told you, I said, let's go chat to Molly, because I was like, to chat to a youngster, but he's gonna say, you're excited. And knowing he's just
Yes.
But I must come to his defense. Yes, he's young and he's super excited, but I think it's not his head on his shoulder.
yeah, 100%. 100%.
I've been dealing with him for a while now, and I mean, from what I know, is that he's smart.
That's a,
I haven't gotten there yet to that point.
if there was a whole other podcast just this daddy talking about the two of their problems, it would be a lot. But again, like the general consensus between everyone was, and Marlon's very much like that. Marlon's like, how do we make this okay for everybody, not just like a big expensive car that's gonna be. Even when we spoke about the motors, I was like, oh, it's small, it's expensive, and that's essentially where it came from. Then we had that long conversation here where I'm still waiting for Josh to bring me my tea from that day.
Yeah. That was Jess.
Actually, it was. So yeah, essentially that's where we are, and that's why I think everybody's excited, because Marlon and I put prototype 2 together, which is
And it's driving
yeah. I mean, I was
mad.
never a doubt.
without the seat. How's that, bro?
With a kiddie steering wheel, though.
Man,
Yeah.
But it's there. I mean, it's there. You can see what it's capable of. I mean, obviously now it's just to develop. And knowing Marlon, as long as I know him, that's not complete. That's just another step to something.
but you know what? It's actually quite interesting because I drove on Sunday for the first time, and I'm not a drifter, but it was so amazing because it was kind of, for me, it was right. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a few other stuff that I looked at which is must add on, but it's not to do with the car. It's got to do with advertising and stuff like that. But it's just, but it's brilliant. So maybe a little bit for me, the exciting part was that once again we can take motorsport to the people, because yes, we have a motorsport venue, but it's also far, and a lot of the people actually they can't even get there. And if like you quite rightly said, we can do it at a shopping center somewhere. It will be such a. I can just imagine what is going to happen.
Yeah.
And the car isn't even that loud. I mean, they had a car going earlier on, and it's not that loud.
No, we can't have it loud.
Car.
Yeah, but you got a 2-stroke. Yeah. We opted. We opted for the 4-stroke because of the more torquey engine.
Torquey and volume.
Yes, and volume.
So again, I mean, like from racing change side, I mean, this was now also an opportunity to empower a young man.
Absolutely.
To help him develop a business, and that
Yes.
was the conversation that me and him had, was that yes, there's something that's developing. Your daddy is not someone that is essentially going to now try and create another business out of this, but now there's an opportunity for you
yes.
to look at doing mentorships and teaching kids how to drive and all that other stuff, and then also from like I was always very passionate about the mechanical development from that, so the
Absolutely.
education that comes from it.
Yes.
So for kids being able to now, in a simplistic form, be able to understand what the steering racks do and all the other stuff that goes with it, and just
Did we have a conversation?
yeah. So I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, I think everybody's excited. Marlon's maybe 3 weeks behind schedule, but we're gonna give him on that. I mean, we're gonna let him slide.
Stuff to come from China.
It was just, but you know what? There's in every adversity there's opportunity. So strangely enough, our next Gymkhana was supposed to be on the 25th of April. Right. Due to unforeseen circumstances, our date got rescheduled, and then just today I asked for a practice on the 27th because 27th is a public holiday. Yes. So look at the beauty of the adversity, because the cart will definitely be ready. I mean,
Hopefully.
by then, not well. I mean, I don't look right. Right.
There you go.
And it's also going to be a practice. And I asked for the sprint, which I haven't got confirmation yet, but I'm almost sure it will be okay. Which will be a perfect place to actually test it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can get some people over there. And there's a lot of stuff that we can do with this drift kart, because karting is one thing, but drifting a kart is another thing.
Yeah.
Because that's a big thing.
Yeah, maybe you should actually touch on the numbers. What things actually going to cost.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't.
Because
Yeah.
no, what I'm saying in that sense, I mean, when I had to, we see the video. This is what the guys are doing in the States. Okay, can we build this? Okay, we're gonna need go-kart stuff, and you know what I'm saying. And then you look on the Facebook marketplaces, and you see, ooh, okay,
Yeah.
a kart costs 60-something thousand, 90,000 for
What does
a
a
kart.
drift? What does a drift kart actually cost if you import it?
So maybe don't quote numbers. Just look at what the maybe if you want to say half or quarter of what a finishing car bought kart would cost. Like where are we?
Okay.
Are we halfway on that? Are we at 20% of that? Because essentially putting a number out there now is people
Yes.
are going to hold you to it. So
And the
let's not
numbers
put a
can
number
vary
out.
because
Yeah.
of the exchange rate.
Yeah, there's a
especially
lot.
with
There's a
what's-
lot of factors.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the fuel price also now.
Yeah, but actually this car drives, it's a battery operated.
yeah.
We don't, there's no fuel.
I thought that ran on cool.
Listen, don't give Molly this idea, please,
Yeah,
because
no,
guys,
fuel.
tomorrow this is on ethanol or something, or some other thing, or I don't know what.
So the purpose built one from the guys that we took inspiration from.
Battle Aero.
Battle Aero.
Mm.
Their one is starting at around $2,500 to $3,000.
Okay, say 2.5 times
So quick maths is about
Times
45.
Yeah.
45,000.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Is that electric or motorized?
That's motorized.
No, no,
That's
that's
a
motor.
motor.
That's a
The
motor.
electric one will be
Even more.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm saying in the 60-something thousand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I saw the electric one was about $4,000
Okay.
without the battery.
And we still have to look at shipping and everything else.
Yeah.
So landed, it's a decent
expensive.
investment. It's a
Yeah.
proper investment.
So what can we say? A third? Can we say a third of it, or half of it, a third of it,
Definitely a third.
a third of it?
Yeah,
And then you're getting something that's made here, spares are available.
yeah.
I can come to you. There's something wrong with it. Well, I don't know what's going to go wrong with it, but I mean, so it's. Molly, you were saying something?
Yeah, for me, I mean, the thing is, if you want to start it being grassroots, I just happen to know some people who happen to have Nadir Moses from Lowstad. I know he built a trike. Yeah,
Moses.
he built a trike.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to it, but anyway, I just happened to phone him and look, yeah, have you still got the parts? And what? He said, no, it's laying at the back of the and then he said, no, you can have it. And I went around there and I got the axle and I got some parts and whatever, and the wheels and whatever. And some things we had to now buy and whatever. But, that's like a starting point.
Right.
And I went to the scrapyard and I went to go get some pipe and a couple of things here and buy some bearings and things like that. And then somebody brought a seat that happened to be
A retired.
a
seat.
retired seat from the go-kart from, what's it, people there by the
It was actually from Faisal. Shout out
Oh,
to
from
Faisal.
Faisal.
Yeah.
Okay, from
Faisal.
Faisal.
CK.
CK.
cracked liquor
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever, but
It worked.
we had the pawn and we had some,
Was it this one?
we just slapped everything
Yeah,
together
that's that one.
Oh, yes.
to make it work, and then we had to, okay, now how do you make this slip? And
Yeah.
you need some cambers and all like that. But if you make it practical, that is now our starting point. But what is the starting point of a kid who stays in Mitchell's Plain, Lavender Hill? What would their starting point be? You understand? Because you got to look at it. How do we come up? So, and that's when we spoke earlier, and we said, look here, if we can get these 4 to 5 carts
Yes.
sponsored
Yes.
as a starting point to get maybe to go, like I saw Anwar and these podcasts when they were
At the
at
schools.
schools. That inspired me because they
Absolutely.
took an actual car
To the school.
and they went to the schools,
Yes.
and I'm thinking, they can actually take 2 cars to the school,
Exactly.
physically have these children riding it
Yes.
and get them into
something.
because
as well.
you looking at standing next to it and looking at this. I was like, quite cool, huh? But I was there when I was a light.
Exactly.
I was there. I looked
Exactly.
at people's cars and
Touched
And
it.
then you
Then you
look
looked
at
at
it,
it. You couldn't even touch it.
yeah,
You couldn't even touch it.
sometimes some people need to touch it, but it's a different experience when you actually put that person
Correct.
next to the driver
Yes.
and they have him driving, and then it'll be a totally different experience if you actually sitting there behind the wheel of a car or whatever. You understand? To bring that experience, there's race car people, there's go-kart racing people, but obviously you need to have the finances.
Yes.
That is the
And
thing.
I think with karting also, it's a very entry-level motorsport. Not so
But
entry-level.
not so into the level.
100%.
Look at
If you look at it to compete, and then actually I did the research for my daughter,
Mm.
and it's a bit costly.
Which one?
Sorry,
Which one?
I don't know which one.
Which daughter?
I only
Oh,
have
okay,
one.
sorry. It's a public platform. Oh, sorry. It's a public platform. This one.
And it was, and you could see the numbers and stuff, and that's why it's also we can't send our kids there because we can't afford it.
You can't afford it.
And with this car coming to the race for change corner and in practice and stuff, having a car there, the cars, and it entice the people to come to Killarney and try the experience of this car
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And the cool part is you're not gonna have a bakkie where you must take it home and look after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Racing for Change is offering for you to come through,
Mm.
enjoy this car for the day, and enjoy it for all the kids out there.
Yeah.
And just participate and have some fun with it.
I think it also, you know what? I think we have a lot of talent out there in our communities, but it's just they're not going to have the opportunity. And to me, and as entry level as a kart is, that's where all the Formula One drivers started. Okay, it's just a drifting kart, but I mean, it's no different. Well, it's very different, but it's actually better for control.
It's more, it will teach you a lot of car control.
Absolutely. And we were talking about the other day, Gary. Well, we were talking about it amongst ourselves. I was saying, so at a Gymkhana, we time your event, your run. Now, if we put 5 people in an identical cart with the drifting cart, we still time the run, but you're not going to be able to drive straight because you're going to be sliding, but you're going to have to control the slide.
Yeah.
And then you would have got 10, and I got more excited. I thought, yeah, that's even bigger. Okay, that's right.
So I mean, to go back to what Marlon said earlier as well. I mean, creating these cards is in its simplest form is going to be also tools of inspiration.
Absolutely.
So once we get them in like SR4A campaigns where they're going out to schools and look, essentially, no, don't laugh. Essentially,
Now he's reading something.
yeah, I know that. Because someone said something.
Yes, how about you?
Jason.
I hear it, Jason.
How did Gary get out of the house? Or simple. He came at the front door.
No, you tell him I was busy with pickle fish.
Out there.
So again, man, like small areas, the capabilities are limitless. It's quiet enough to not really be a nuisance.
Yes.
It's compact enough to be able to be easily transported. It's efficient enough to be a low running cost.
Yes.
So that all those things that was, although it doesn't seem like it, and when we brought the prototype out, a lot of people I could see, and I was kind of walking through the crowd at Racing for Change, just kind of like when the wheel fell off, it was like whoa. But I mean, there was a plan. Essentially, there was a plan, and it's sad that Jesse's not here yet because
He's on his way.
yeah. So it's nice to see that Marlon's now. Well, these two boys have he's getting older. I mean, like what are you now? 72 this year, no? So
Well, you look really good for 72. Really, what do you
Come
think?
on now.
Choose your friends.
This guy's throwing you under the bus.
So now that that motorsport legacy is getting nurtured, development's getting nurtured, and essentially with this, I want to call it a product because it will be. It gives that opportunity to so much more people.
Absolutely.
So I mean, there's talks, and I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but there was talks to be able to sell this thing in a kit form, so that if Dad bought one for argument's sake, and then it becomes a project build, you know
For
what I
the
mean?
father and
For the
son.
father and son, father and
Daughter,
daughter in
even.
any occasion, you know, father and mother. We don't know what.
Husband and wife.
We don't argue with the families, whatever. So
Besides that, sorry, Gary. Besides that, I think it should be almost look here. Here's the plan. If we're gonna say we're gonna do a go-kart series or a drift series.
Yeah.
If you are able to, your daddy can't afford to buy it.
Yes.
Your daddy can actually build it.
Build it
Here's the
himself,
plan.
Yeah.
Build it and to start their kid in the
We can rent
because
it.
Yeah.
You can also rent it. You know.
but essentially standardize the build.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That if it takes someone with a bit more cash flow a week to build it, or it takes someone with less cash
6
flow
months.
6 months or a year to put it together,
It doesn't
the
matter.
project is
Yes.
developing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mean, me and him had offline conversations where we spoke about potentially going out to like a lawnmower manufactured standardizing with that type of motor for argument's sake, so that we can call it the ABC Cup. if you want to
Yes.
call it. And then if it's a, let's call it the Anwa motor, and then everybody puts in an Anwa motor, and that essentially becomes a branded opportunity for that series within so there's a lot of things that
can
But in the drifting fraternity, because it's a drift car and it's brilliant.
So yeah, I mean, it's exciting times.
Yeah, and on the other side is you can just take those slip tires off and you can jump kind of with it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because it's only one. It's only one speed. So you can jump kind of for time if you need to come to a time.
Yes.
Without the
No,
tires on.
but you can still do the time. You should still do the time with those slips on.
Yeah.
What I just call it slips, because that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
And that's how good are you really to control this car? Because a car with grip is not that difficult. I mean, it's not easy, but it's not that difficult compared to that car.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna go sideways. I mean, definitely. And that was the most exciting about Robert Johnson. I said, "I huge chicken this thing." I had like imaginary count. I saw a count. Around count. Ask him. There's a count there. No count.
He was wisecrapping.
Is it wisecrapping? Okay.
Because that means-
You were at a heavy angle.
Big
Oh,
angle.
yeah, okay.
Keeping it straight.
You can still keep it.
Yeah, I drive a front wheel drive. I don't know about that stuff.
So yeah, that's I mean,
Marlon, take us through. I can get technical stuff. That to me always intrigues me. So talk a little bit about the engine. It's we opted for a 4-stroke 200cc.
Yeah.
As compared to a 2-stroke.
Yeah.
66.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
1 horsepower.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
1.6, 1.8 horsepower.
He's one.
He's one.
The first prototype.
Well,
Yeah.
the stock.
Yeah. Until you
Stock
modified it, with
Yes.
turbo on.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not stock.
The 4-stroke would
Oh, the bottom
be
thing I had.
5.5, 6 horsepower, 6.5 horsepower.
And
So-
in your professional opinion, 4-stroke, 2-stroke?
Look, there's lots of. If you're going to go for just the sound, the way you want to sound, then obviously 2-stroke will now sound a lot better.
Yes.
But it's going to be noisy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
can't really.
Now you go to
have-
Killarney, noise level, hello.
I think everywhere. I mean, Gary.
Shout out to Kilani.
Yeah. Gary, but
Just
everywhere,
saying.
noise level is a big
Yeah,
thing now.
yeah,
Everywhere.
yeah, yeah.
I
You
mean,
see, so whereas the 4-strokes, they're very quiet, unless you now put a straight pipe on it, it'll be a bit more louder, and you can get more horsepower out of the thing if you now, when you do remove the governor and you put a bigger carburetor on it, you can push that same motor to 14 horsepower.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
So-
was enough, I think.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if we now have various categories, you can
Just no milk, no sugar.
you can
Yeah.
always you can have various categories in the series.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I'm
I mean, even if we just stick to that standard engine,
yeah.
I think for a beginner that is
No, that's
ample.
more than
That's
enough
ample.
power.
Now, if I want to talk about maintenance,
Hmm.
now I mean 2-stroke, 4-stroke. What is easier or less maintenance on? I know 2-stroke got a mixed oil with a petrol.
Yes.
That thing comes with its own oil separately and its own. Does it take a special oil?
The 2-stroke, look here.
No, I'm talking about the 4-stroke.
The 4-stroke, no, the 4-stroke, only oil that's in there because it's a 4-stroke engine that needs to lubricate the crank and the sleeves for
Wow,
the
yeah.
rings and stuff
Yes.
like that. Whereas a 2-stroke, because the oil is mixed in the
Right.
petrol already, it lubricates everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
As it's combusted.
As it's
Yeah.
combusting.
You told me a really interesting thing on Sunday when I was here.
Mm.
That 4-stroke, if the angle is too much for
Yes.
too long, it will switch off because it's got to explain that quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's actually quite interesting.
these 4-strokes, the newer 4-strokes that you can buy now, it's got a level sensor basically, oil level sensor, right? So what happens is if the motor is at extreme angle or when it goes through a certain amount of G-force,
Yes.
the oil gets thrown to the other side of the crank. This thing will now sense it and switch the motor off automatically.
Brilliant.
So you don't have damage.
Yeah.
It's so
occurring.
brilliant.
It's a safety feature on it as
That's
well.
Yes.
basically a safety feature. So the motor will turn for that couple of
Split second,
revolutions
yeah.
and then it will switch
Cut
it
off.
off. And then you can just pull the starter. That's the easy part. You can just pull the
Yes.
starter and it starts again.
Yeah.
With 2-stroke, this guy must wrap a thing around the tire and pull, and if he's lucky it starts first time. But 9 out of 10 times, 5 minutes later, he's still going to be pulling there,
That's-
trying to get
it's
it
got
started.
No, it's got to be
It's got
bigger.
the
We've
personality.
seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see, and then so it's you can stop in the middle of and then the thing will stop. Now somebody must run and go
Yes.
pull the. Whereas that 2-stroke has a clutch, and
Okay.
so the 4-stroke just has a centrifugal clutch.
Yes.
So all you have to do is throttle and brakes. Simple.
And
And
it's
and
actually
brakes.
it was quite cool because I was throttling and then the brakes brings the ass around.
Yeah,
Like how depending on how much you push.
yeah,
Because you want it just to come, you can just tap it and it goes, but it stops in a straight line.
Yeah.
Which that was safety feature we spoke about, which is I think it's brilliant. But the nice thing for me was that we're keeping the costs as low as possible.
Yeah.
But the build is very professional. And that to me is very impressive.
Look here, I got a pipe bender there. So all the thing is, for me,
There's
it
that.
was be able
It's
to
so,
look here.
so humble, man.
This guy.
I don't want to slow down.
That's
Look here,
professional,
take a
everybody.
25. I must buy 25 tubing, and then you must take it to a place to bend it, and then you must still gotta pay for the bending. I've got a hand bender here, plug into the pipe, and it's 19 mil, and you just pull the pipe and you bend it to the angle that you want, and you make a duplicate of that and whatever. So that's simple enough to make that.
Yes.
And it's not going to cost an arm and a leg. Oh, we need to have laser cut. That part must be laser cut. And if you really want to, you can laser cut your name in there, drift series or whatever. But it costs money.
Yes.
So that just pushes everything up,
Yes.
and you want to keep it low.
Yes.
So why go to the
Exactly.
major expenses?
Exactly.
And we buy the kit. The kit is a certain amount, and it comes with certain bearings, and it comes with the steering, and it comes with this and this and this. Those parts are in the kit, but you have to use the part that's in the kit.
Yes.
My mind is already thinking, no, this is junk here. Now I need to replace that with this.
And it's we know
But that's
for
for a
next time.
different car. That
Yes.
will be maybe a Pro Series car.
Yes.
That is,
But we crawl before we walk.
yeah, we crawl
Absolutely.
before we walk. So,
Josh, you're the your two brothers, this and Jess here, you guys are like the test drivers.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're always testing. So take us through that. Maybe Jess, you must come and stand here.
I'm
Because
gonna jump on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the crash test dummy.
we're going to get it. Maybe take us a little bit through the, because you sending me clips and stuff, and I'm getting more excited. And I just talk about the testing. I mean, like I said, I'm not much of a drifter, but what do you guys look for? How do you make sure this thing is turning properly? You always talk about caster and camber and this and that, and I don't know what other stuff you guys talking about.
So I always try and see what's wrong with the quad, how it reacts. Like myself and Anwar were speaking earlier on about the steering rack and how the quad's handling.
Yes.
You mentioned something about it being twitchy.
Yes.
So dialing in some toe and things like that.
That's right.
He did. He tested it. He did a couple of.
Try to drive.
Are the valves okay still?
Huh?
Yes. No.
14 horsepower one.
We're just checking out. But we go to a 6-cylinder.
The cool part with it is that if it's comfortable for me and I can do it, anybody can else. So I will perfect it out, setting it up. Ask Gary. He couldn't drive after sitting in the car, he could drive.
Yeah.
So with the settings and stuff on the car is very important, but it will make the car that everybody can drive this car with no fear and it's easy to drive. At the moment, the cars, I mean, I saw the way the guys, because they have the experience, they overdrive it, which is cool. But for the hamster that don't have the expertise of handling a vehicle, it will be difficult. No, I can't drive it. Let's do it like this. Make it as smooth as easy as possible for them. The more will come and we'll drive towards it.
Yeah. Start to the seat.
Otherwise, you keep on the steering wheel.
Yeah, my sweater got hooked in the brakes the other day also.
Yeah, because that's all important stuff.
Guys, we don't talk about the non-safe stuff.
Yeah.
It's still
It's always
a work in progress.
Everything was look, you get it up and out, but I tack weld everything together in case I must change it. You understand? So the brakes was tack welded together with
It's only for the prototype.
Yeah.
When that thing comes out at the practice on the 27th of
April.
Yeah, well, it has to be solid.
it will be solid. Don't worry, it will have shock absorbers in also.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of interesting things I noticed. Number one, the seat's going to be adjustable.
Yeah.
The steering, this was exciting. The steering is adjustable in and out, is up and down.
Yeah.
Now that will take a lot of
It's just up and down.
No, it's in and
No.
out also.
in and out also.
This guy didn't even know.
This test driver didn't even.
Yeah.
You didn't. You test driver. No? Because that tells me that it's versatile. Because every child is not the same.
Yeah.
And I'm an adult and I'm 1.8 meters and I foot quite comfortably. So that was the exciting part for me because you hardly get balls like that. It's made for Gary or for Anwar or for yeah. No. I don't mean no. I'm just saying the names as in starting there. And now you come to a small like he was like 6 years old and he can't reach the pedals.
Yeah.
So
So that was the main thing. Same on, when was it? When was you on?
Friday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
On Saturday. He's got a 10-year-old. And the 10-year-old was in the cart. Daddy, I got all 7s on my report. I need this thing. You understand? So it was already, look here, I need to pull one for the... But when he sat in it, the steering wheel was... You understand? And I told him, look here, we can bring it down.
Yes.
The pedals can come forward or the seat can go forward for the kid. But now I'm saying, okay, do you want the cart to be smaller? I can make the cart smaller. He says, no, because obviously my son is going to grow in this next couple of years. And then the cart is still the same thing. All I have to do is just do the adjustments.
Yes. That's
adjustments for a bigger person. So
and again, I don't know if it's nice to clean up.
Yeah.
But you mentioned that it should be able to fit into the back of a normal car, like a hatchback.
Yeah.
So that it's not we need a trailer, we need
Yeah.
a we need
or roof rack, we can just put
even
on the
a
roof rack.
It will be able to
Exactly.
go into a roof rack. And it's light enough for
That mustn't be a heavy thing.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
what we didn't say is that cost includes the Hilux, no?
Huh?
The cost of the car, you get a Hilux with it, so you can drive it around. I'm just teasing.
Go
VIP package.
But maybe Jason and Josh should talk to us. Okay, let's take camber. Right. Talk about camber. So you get negative camber and positive camber, and I don't know what other cambers you get.
Cost.
And cost. So let's talk first about camber. How important is camber on that car?
I wouldn't say the camera plays a big role with the feeling of the go-kart.
Okay.
I would say the main thing that we picked up to what we feel is the caster, which is
Okay.
now how the I don't know,
Front wheels
move forward
Or back.
forward or
and
back.
easier
Yes.
on
Yeah.
transition.
So,
we
so,
have-
so
It's
it's
a
forward,
contact
it's forward
switch.
positive
The wheel must
and
stay
back
down.
is negative or the other way around?
yeah, positive and negative.
Negative.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you look at the positive cars, the car will basically sweep that the wheels will turn so quickly on your hands, but your steering wheel will turn extremely slow, where you're still in control of the vehicle of the car to turn it to wherever you need to go.
So in
Bring
essence,
you
if you
time.
think about it practically, you're kind of making the wheelbase longer. Not the actual wheelbase, but the wheel distances slightly
you're actually,
longer.
You're actually creating that the steering wheel. You know, if you drive in a normal rear drive car and you spin the steering wheel, the steering wheel spins quite fast.
Yes.
Look at a trolley, a shopping trolley.
Which one? Checkers or pick and
Pick
pick?
up is fine.
Okay.
You see what it does and how you turn it and what it actually does.
Yes.
That is exactly what happens. So the more faster you run on your car or kart, is that you will have more control on the steering.
On your steering.
On the steering. So it doesn't spin in your hand. It will never spin in your hand.
Yeah.
It will be easy to control.
So you just have to do that
will always
and like
press
that.
straight.
Yes, and if you leave it, basically it will turn to wherever you want to go to.
Okay. And are you busy after this?
No.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
yes, yes.
No,
yes.
we're gonna go to the hyper. I'm gonna put you in the cart and we're gonna I'm gonna push and you're gonna move your goodness there. We're gonna. Okay, so that's the caster.
That's the cost.
So we obviously want these cards to be when it's out there. If nothing must be able, it was preset.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
people.
so but the car must basically be set to spec where everybody is comfortable to drive it. It mustn't be
Yes.
hard to drive.
No, but that's what they're gonna set up now. Obviously.
Yes, and that's where the cool part is, because it's a kid of 6 years old, and no disrespect to anybody, is that will have a little bit of talent, like I said, displaying these games on the sims and stuff like that. They will have so much, once they have seat time, but hand time on the sitting to know what to do. They will outdrive some of us. And okay, we had an interview with the Dint expert 2 weeks ago with Radi and what's that guy's name? Tariq. It's just 9 and 10 years old. The way they spin and handle a car, I'm like, bro, at that age I was doing spinning marbles, spinning This brother is handling this car like professionals. I mean, and not just that too, there's Sean February's son, Connor. This guy is a killer.
Yes.
But it's only bloody powers next, so we all know Sean February. But the fact is that the youngsters in the game of spinning or whatever form of motorsport is out there, is that they're making a big statement out there within any sport they're doing at that age, at the age. And with the kart, with the drift kart and stuff like that, they will obviously make it for them so much easier. The most important thing is for them is to have fun and drive till the wheels fall.
That's your main
That's
thing,
it.
to have fun.
Simple.
Yeah, I think the most you're right. And I think another good aspect that I think Gary mentioned earlier on, if I look from Dee's perspective, with the S1 for the Safer Roads for All, it's a perfect environment to teach. I mean, if Latin is in a caught at 6 years old, he's only going to get his license when he's 16 or 17 or whatever.
Learn is 16.
Yeah. So that's in 10 years time of him already having driven a cart for 10 years. That's a lot of seat time. Instead of putting him in a car when he's 17 and he knows nothing about how to drive a car. So it's another aspect that we can actually look at.
It's development in the sense of, first of all, learn to drive.
Hand-eye coordination.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Because you look at these kids, how they control a car, and we spoke earlier about it, Molly, is that as soon as the car feel out of control, the first thing that they do is counter steer. That is something you can't teach. Something it's a gift. With these racing sims and stuff, they have, automatically comes there with all the seat time. They see what it does. It's a muscle memory within them. So if the car steps, immediately like, hold on, I got it here.
You can liken it to rally.
Any form.
Rally, where you basically
You never straight there.
Sy was a Jannie Habig going around the corner there, and he just turned that wheel. They gave him that name because that man used to come around the corner at speed, and he was drifting basically the corner.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So there's basically where you have something that's on the gravel, and now something that's on the tar.
Yes. It gives you the same feeling.
Exactly. The thing is with different genres of motorsports, each one, I mean, if you look at circuit racing, the car come out, if you go too fast, you turn one or you turn two, whatever, and the car steps, what are you going to do? Take off? No. You're going to put your foot flat down and drive the corner. And this is what this youngsters is doing as well. They don't take off. I think the fear factor is gone. They don't have the fear. Look, if we know motorsport is dangerous. If it goes in the hole, goes in the hole. If you see tomorrow, you okay? Cool. Right? But if you're gonna drive with fear, you're not gonna progress.
Yeah.
And what these youngsters is doing at the moment, at this tender age of from 8 till 11, 12 years old, is phenomenal because there's no fear. They know I can put this car in the whole school. I can knock at the school as long as I don't get hurt.
Yeah.
But it's still a safety way of
Yeah, I think
of
that
it.
I think there's also a false sense of safety. You see, when you're driving on a game, what do you call the game, right?
Sim, yeah.
Sim. You can crash a car 20 times, nothing's going to happen to
The
you.
reset button.
Yes. A real car doesn't have, and I
100%.
think with a car is a good way to start.
Yeah.
Because the chance of you going into the wall is like, unless you're like really stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Or mistake or something.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not, like literally, if you think about it, it can happen.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I can't push reset button here.
Yeah.
I can't push a reset, I crashed.
But also mindset. Sorry to cut you there. It's also mindset. That's the game. This is real life. The mindset changed, and
Yes.
know that the experience of these youngsters teaches him that. I mean, we know Sean is a good teacher when it comes to
To
spelling and stuff
yeah.
like that. So obviously there is a point where he says, "Okay, this is not the game.
Yeah.
It's real now." So, but also with the spinning is taking chances, getting that right flip, getting the car to put where it was it's meant to be.
Yeah,
It's all about timing and skill.
Yes.
And you have to make mistakes
to learn.
To learn.
100%,
Yes.
You know,
100%.
you will know, look here, I'm throwing this car. If I throw it just a fraction or with my
Yeah.
time, if I let go there steering at the wrong time,
Yeah.
I'm going to get my angle wrong. I won't be able to
Yes.
get it around.
And with the car, it's happened on a slow motion type of thing, but control as you still have to control the car as you control any other thing.
Yes.
Because if you're sitting inside the car and you're doing it, it doesn't appear fast,
It's very
but
good.
it's fast.
Fast, very fast.
Yeah, it's fast. As soon as you switch it, you'll feel the
Yeah.
G's in there. There will be G's in it. But the cool part is that it's a learning curve. So even if you're gonna go out there, you're gonna go for on the course, you can't drift it's spinning all over. You're gonna get frustrated. It's part of the game. Now you understand how this. Now you have to find out if I do this, it does that. So I mustn't do this. I must actually steer against that and against. So now you start to think at that age, okay, cool, give me another shot. Now he's doing it again. Now you get small portions. Right. He leaves home, he leaves the track, he goes home. Something was learned, something took got home. So now the next time he comes, he practices that. He knows what he's gonna do now. Getting into the cart again and like it's a different person. But the mentality is there to rectify what you did wrong at that age in the cart.
I think it's a very safe environment.
No,
to
it's safe.
actually do it. Molly, just from I know Jason's very involved with the
Are you?
I didn't say with who. I mean with what? Sorry. with the
Videography.
yes, the videography side of stuff. Maybe talk a little bit about that. Just how did it get? How did you start with that?
I started that. I just like I was always around a lot of cars.
Yeah.
So at home, with friends or going to car shows with my daddy or whatever. And then I would always like take photos and I just saw a lot of people's liking what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing it for you, daddy. And
Because
then,
daddy's ones was bad.
I am a professional
Yeah.
in the sense.
You upload
that's
in the
what your
week.
forte. What you do,
Yo.
you build
All
cars.
this stuff.
Yes, Uncle Gary said to me, lock him out.
Out of his own
Instagram
account.
of his phone, do something.
Lock him out of his
He
own account.
posted now in the week and Gary was like, yo, you're messing up. I'll do it.
No, in your dad's defense, he sent me a WhatsApp.
Oh my word. Yeah.
That was right.
No.
What's wrong with the WhatsApp?
Nothing wrong with the WhatsApp.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's maybe the only thing that comes out.
yeah, that's okay. That was a
This
leave
guy,
it.
the
It was
first
a voice message, you can't get it wrong.
Okay, sorry, we were talking about your love for
So,
photography and videography
and then people started liking it a lot, and then I just decided to start building me an Instagram account. That's what everyone told me, like, put yourself out there, really. And then I just took off from there, and then Uncle Gary and Uncle Anwar came to me at OTF,
yeah.
and they were like, dude,
Because again, I said, help Anwar, please.
Yeah.
And my dad was
Daddy
saying
was on
WhatsApp
a friend.
Same
Same
WhatsApp
WhatsApp
group.
group. Yes.
Yeah.
That was a WhatsApp group.
Because
Okay.
that's SR4A or
Yes.
something. Huh?
Be careful. Huh?
Sorry, no threats here. You know what? Respectfully, you saying we can learn, which I agree with you.
Yeah, it's not
and then I was like, I'm gonna help these guys also do it, to get not like how do I say this? I didn't want to do it to put myself out there even. I just wanted to put the platform, make it better. Yeah, because at the moment it's dead. The car scene is not what it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like I just want the exposure, to make it better.
It's a quick question. Maybe I can ask Gary this question.
And then you started the BTS and stuff like that, and that
Yeah.
as well.
Why is the car scene where it is today?
I think there's a lot of challenges. I don't know if this is clear.
Yeah.
Probably does.
I think there's a lot of challenges in terms of it's not necessarily in terms of exposure, things that's happened over the years. I mean, with the development of social media, people have now obviously they get instant gratification when they build cars. In Marlon's time, it was a case of like you build a year for one show, so that you can actually get the car out there and you put the car out and show this is what we built for the year. But now like builds are a lot quicker. And a guy puts a set of wheels on his car and then there's a post about it. He changes the lip next week and there's a post about it.
Okay.
So there isn't that hunger in terms of building towards a show and spectators waiting for cars to come out. It's kind of died down. Obviously, the obvious thing is it's gotten a lot more expensive.
Yes.
In terms of importing stuff, guys like Marley will tell you like custom builds aren't cheap, and custom builds take time. And generally, like the younger owners also don't have time. Like they will drop a car on the Thursday because they want to go skip on Sunday, and like there's a lot that goes into it. Where I was chatting with the two of them was the fact that now they've essentially got something that they can put to market. Again, using it loosely, with his mechanical background and his audiovisual background.
Exactly.
They can now put out something that is now
It's marketable.
It's marketable. You can see it. It's tangible.
Yes.
It's exciting, and people can follow it.
Yes.
So putting the whole thing together is really cool. And again, coming back to the first thing I said, empowering young guys is exactly where all of us want to be, because we're not going to be around forever.
Exactly.
We need we need some sort of stimulus to make sure that it grows.
Continuation. Yeah.
And being around these two nerds for like forever,
So
it was destined.
Anwar and Marley talking about them.
No.
I'm not talking about.
No.
guy.
So it's fun to see the development. Josh will tell you, I've had a lot of conversations with him where I told him like a lot of these things come back down to discipline.
Yes.
If you're going to do something, you need to do it as professionally as you can. It can't be half-assed, especially if you want to put something out with your name on it. Your dad's got an amazing reputation nationally or even internationally when it comes to car builds. So now it's time for you to also use that leverage,
Exactly.
put out something in that same caliber.
Exactly.
We had that same conversation with ethics about everything in terms of how it's put together.
Yes.
So I'm excited for these two parts.
They were nerds, now they're fourths. What next?
I got 75 names with it. But it's exciting. It's just really exciting, and I can't continuously elaborate on all the good things about it. People have to feel it, and if the cart's at least 95% where it must be at the next practice, and
100%.
it will never be. I know more than long it's never 100%. It's never 100%.
I'm always going to tweak it.
It's never 100%. It will be 100% to us.
Spot well. Just in case you need to cut it.
But we do need that type of mentality of Marley's, because you see,
you can't become complacent.
no, because you become complacent, you go backwards.
Yeah.
It was ready to be changed already.
Yeah.
So-
That's how my daddy told me.
so we
something
do
to
need
like,
we do need someone like that on the team. Otherwise, if it was just us, it would be, it would be 50%. We're okay.
Yeah. so to go back, if it's ready and they feel that it's at a good right time, I'm pretty sure there'll be opportunities for people to jump into it, to experience it.
That's the whole idea.
Because essentially what Racing for Change needs is for people to be as excited about it as the rest of us are, so that we can develop this
Exactly.
cup, if you want
Yes,
to call it that.
series or whatever you want to call this thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
And like I said, once again, taking motors. We can have a series at Westgate Mall as an example.
Yeah.
Westgate Mall promenade. We can do it.
I'm just thinking
That's-
now it can be like when the ones at the RC drift cars.
100%.
They used to
100%.
say go to whatever venue and
100%.
set up a track and then there they go.
Yeah,
Yes.
and again, it's in terms of events, it's incredibly low risk. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see us having problems with plugging this into any sort of event. The Father's Day Expo, for argument's sake, at the mall, like having it there and having it available. For in the beginning, maybe just a touch and feel experience for people to get to it, and then nurture it into something that can now be a product at different events.
Yeah.
I hate using the word product, but I think you understand what I'm saying.
So I'm just replying to a message here.
Just nerd.
So Molly, like once again, I'm going to come back to technical stuff. But those motors are air cooled, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you do a stint with that, how long can it go, technically speaking, and how many times can it go? Or, you know what I mean?
No, it's if you just think of it, it's basically the motor there is a generator motor. The generator motor is standing still. It's generating power so that you can have lights because Eskom switched it off. It's the same idea. That thing is not moving, it's standing still. So it's got a built-in fan
Okay.
on the flywheel, blowing air through the cylinder head to cool it down.
So it's 100% duty cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, until
So
just it
you
can run
right on and on.
until you can run. You run out of fuel.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's basically how. Yeah, that motor was built for standing still.
Okay.
Now you're moving, plus
Yeah.
that fan is constantly cooling the head.
Okay. Compared to a two-stroke?
Yeah, compared to a two-stroke which doesn't have a fan blowing on it, you can if you're drifting long enough and it's slow or whatever, it's
With a
gonna
two-stroke.
overheat.
Also, yeah, that's something
and lose power.
that's something we picked up now recently.
Cold seas,
Yeah, soft seas, not cold
soft seas.
So with a two-stroke, we're revving it to 10,000 RPM.
Right?
Right.
It's a four-stroke is only
Yes. It's
4,000.
Like a diesel.
Yeah.
But I mean, it comes down to the
And
same
the
thing. It comes down to the same thing as Uncle Anwar will know a drag car does one pass down the straight. It's done.
Yeah.
It cools down after that.
Yes.
The drift car is running 9,000 constant, hitting the limiter. Same kind of thing with a two-stroke.
Okay.
It's gonna hit a barrier of it. Okay, nah, it's still
Yeah.
So similar to a
that's-
quad bike, basically, with a two-stroke.
yeah.
You
Or
can,
Banshee.
you can only drive it so long.
Yeah.
It's going to heat up, you got to cool down, you got to ride again.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually quite, because I'm asking this question because that's the same question people are going to ask. Like,
Yeah.
and so it tells me, and I'm sure all of you, that from a maintenance perspective, like this, you got to add fuel and check that
Change
oil.
the oil and check
Yeah.
the oil level.
That is
Basically.
kind of what you need to do. And I mean, you have that PVC stuff on the tires, so your rubber's never going to wear off at the back.
Tires are never gonna wear
The
off.
front,
Fronts will wear,
Yeah, but I mean,
but not.
what do
It's
tires
bad.
cost?
Look here, that's what I'm saying. If we can, instead of having to buy tires and things like that, that ones who are racing go-karts over there, they race that kart maybe 6 races or 4 or
Yes.
5 races, then they toss their tires.
Yes, we will just catch
And
it.
we will just
Yeah.
catch it.
Yeah. So that was the
And we tell them,
idea.
look here, when your tires bleed, just give to
Yes.
us.
Yes.
And we can reuse the tires.
Yes. So that the idea with that, that's why when we bought it, the size is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
And anybody who wants to, look here, we got a stack of tires here. You want to build your own car? There's
Okay.
tires for free rent.
Right. For free then. Gary, just in closing, are we on time? We on time here?
Are we on time?
Yes. I'm sure we there.
Are we there?
I mean, we can speak another hour and 2-3 hours and stuff like this.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But maybe Josh, starting with you, in closing, for a young man or young people out there your age, and I'll come to Jess as well. What hope is there for them? Like, I mean, give me some advice, because you guys got it kind of sorted out. I mean, you got 75 names from Uncle Gary here. I mean, I don't even know. I don't want to hear the other 73. I mean, Nerd was the one, and Fort was the other one. And, so maybe, just, it's exciting. It keeps you out of mischief. I mean, when I was here on Sunday, you guys went with 3 or 4 people. You didn't go and bloom somewhere, right? You went to a place to go and have some fun, and it was safe fun. I mean, so maybe for the youngs out there, what advice can you give them?
number one, definitely stay away from the mischief and how can I say? I don't know. Okay, let's leave that out of it.
Look
But,
for good fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look for good fun.
safe fun,
Mm.
safe fun as well.
Yes.
I don't know. Can I speak about how this felt for me, like getting into motorsport, like
Yep.
just a quick.
Yeah, of
example.
course.
Yeah, so-
Gary will tell you if it's the wrong thing to say immediately, but I mean, you can just
Yeah.
Pure guys.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's definitely a fun thing, and it's an eye opener to me because I mean, I've always wanted to get into motorsport, and this is a stepping stone to getting into the real thing. A
Absolutely.
cheaper way of getting to the real thing, because we know it's expensive to get into. And motorsport or drifting is something I always wanted to get to, like since I've
Since you were born.
since I was
Yeah.
not since I was born.
Since
Yeah.
during COVID, he was riding against Chris Long them on the
The
Sims.
Sims,
And he was the youngest guy.
Okay.
He was 16 years old,
Okay.
and everybody else was 20 something, 30 something,
Yeah.
and they had expensive rigs, and he was the keyboard
Not
warrior
everyone had expensive, but I mean, I
Yeah.
started out on keyboard.
with a keyboard, and he
Yeah.
was drifting with him and keeping up with him.
Amazing.
You understand? So, like I said, these guys, they starting somewhere.
So there's hope for you know what? So you don't have to have a million in your bank account to get into motorsport, basically. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
You
You
gotta
gotta
have
good friends.
Yeah,
yeah, no, yes.
You
yes,
know
ab-
people
ab-
to know people. I know Gary.
Absolutely. Yeah, we all know Gary and
Yeah,
Gary's a good guy.
I know Gary.
Yeah.
Just need to know. Gary.
Just-
Yeah,
You know the
Gary.
Gary.
You're right.
So just tell the people.
No,
there on
they
the
can hear.
camera there,
They can hear this. They
They
can
must
hear.
know Gary.
They know get it.
Tea and biscuits.
Tea and biscuits.
Okay, so Molly, from your expertise, from your knowledge of mechanical knowledge and
Yeah.
building stuff, for the people out there, maybe some hope for them, some advice for them, you know, or life advice maybe.
Oh shit! Life
Oh,
advice.
that's gonna be deep.
I do nothing.
In one line.
I do everything by the grace of God. Understand?
Okay, that's
Agree.
all I want to know.
I don't do anything by my own strength. I do it by the grace of God.
100%. Love it.
And look here, people throw away a lot of scrap. no? What is scrap for one man?
Yes.
I always go visit the
Gold.
scrapyard.
It's an Afrikaans saying, man. What is it? I can't remember now.
I'm
It's
not-
something.
Look here,
I was-
people
I was-
throw away
I thought I-
perfectly
joke.
good stuff.
Tell you guys a joke. So I cleaned this garage last week.
Okay, are you saying this
And-
because now
No.
you always do it, or you?
The story.
Listen to the
So
story.
I cleaned this garage, and the table was a mess, like complete mess. This still looks nice.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, daddy's not here. Oh, daddy's not here. Good. Okay.
Throw nothing away.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, okay, now you have a problem here. I'm gonna get nowhere if I'm not gonna throw everything away. So I was like, okay, what do I deem as usable scrap to my dad? It's like, okay, nah, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. So there was like a full bag of
Of stuff.
Box
of stuff
Right.
where that he still probably could have used. So I told me to make sure that I didn't throw anything away.
And I
either.
rummaged through that box.
Right.
And I took out the things. Because I know, look here,
Box is empty.
I'm going to use this.
So was there something to throw stuff to throw
Boxes.
away?
Yeah, there was stuff to throw away.
Okay.
Papers and plastics and stuff.
Yes. You can't well that
But
stuff.
you can't throw metal away, no
Yes.
guy. I've got a box there with just offcuts. Because you're going to use it sometime.
You know.
You never know when you're gonna
You
use
never
it.
know.
Remember we were talking about brakes in the front, right?
Yeah.
We were talking. So he tells me, no, my dad made a disc. I'm thinking, did he like buy it and put it on and weld it? That's kind of always make, or did he like make it? But then he made it from nothing. Now I see the disc on Sunday, I think, this made a damn disc.
We have to.
No. What it was, I didn't tell you this. I was going to my mind. I saw the disc. I thought to myself, yo, this is hectic.
It looks like a proper.
No, it
disc,
looks like you bought it in the shop somewhere. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, this is
Just because you drill holes into it and it looks like it's cross drilled. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need to look right. That's all aesthetics.
Yeah.
But it was a piece of scrap. So therefore,
you turned the piece of scrap into something that was
you can
really
use.
good.
You just need to put calipers on it and make it work.
But we don't need it now because it's so fun.
Yeah, but I'm just
Yeah. Gary?
Yep.
In closing?
There's so much to say. You know, I must start telling you how I met Marvin, and like, because you telling you and stuff. We'll be here another 5 hours, but I mean, like, again,
We can leave and we'll come back tomorrow morning. We can just continue.
I can only echo that everything that this guy does is genuinely with God's grace, and it's fantastic. So I mean, like, with that same energy that goes into everything, and the creativity and the what is the word? The innovation that goes into a lot of stuff is cool, and that's why this is such a cool concept, because it's an innovation in its own right.
Yes.
So I just want everybody, that whoever's online or wherever this podcast ends up, to know that, I mean, they can reach out to this thing and say, look here, we involved in XYZ, and we think this is a cool concept to jump on board, because essentially all you're doing is you're helping out 2 young entrepreneurs develop something. So
Exactly.
positives, it's nothing but positives.
Yes. And at the end of the day,
We need sponsors.
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, I think it will
So it's the Rett syndrome.
It's
isn't it?
what- yeah.
Out words.
it will definitely be there, because my thing is, if you do something, number one, with God's grace and the pure intention, it can only work.
Yeah.
Because if it's done with the wrong intention, it won't work. And because we are purely the pawns in the game of chess. That's all we are. We just get the power and the strength from there, and we just do our thing here. So, Anwar, must close the show, bro.
Close the show. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for
so
coming.
thank you for coming. You know, it's such an awesome. Just listening to Gary Marlon. This is a gentleman that's been in the game for many years, in respective of building cars. Gary and Marley and Jason, Laren, and all those type of guys that's in the industry for very, 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 very long period of time. And Jason does, to feed off from these 2 iconic people that's so dominant in your lives as well. You can only grow from strength to strength, and these guys will always be there. Yes, they're going to tell you, you're catching on and things, so whatever the case, they'll be hard on you, but there's a reason why they're hard on you, because they love you and they want you to see you succeed in life.
Amen.
And obviously, and I always say, with the guidance of them, they all push you forward. They might be negative in saying something or push you down, but it's not in their vocabulary to do that. It's to push you.
We were worried about Jess for a long time.
Jess, I know how you feel, bro. I know exactly how you feel.
But in that
Like, you didn't like school either, no?
It's
Exactly.
phenomenal.
You love school?
Doing.
Stay the extra, yeah.
Nice.
And just go from strength to strength. You have the support structure on there. Apply your mind, you guys' mind to what you guys are doing. And I'm definitely, with the help with the Racing with Change on board as well. Your dad, Gary, family. I can only see you, both of you, succeed in what you're going to do. From me, that's a bit for me.
What is the normal stuff? Like, share, push this button.
Oh, that's
share,
Once again,
subscribe.
thank you for tuning in for this.
Yeah, there's it.
Awesome episode of More Than Just Motive, brought to you by Racing with Change. Really awesome, guys. Also phenomenal gentlemen. We had Gary from Drift City, Marley's Garage. He does the ES suspension. We're going to get to Marley in due future to actually do a show on that. But from us, Abdul, shukran to you as well for this evening. It's really phenomenal what Racing with Change is doing in changing the lives of the youngsters out there. And like I said, there was almost 8 youngsters out there from 5 to 16 years old that's competing in Gymkhana at the moment. And what Racing with Change is doing is trying to get these youngsters out there to compete at the level where they can't do anywhere else and have fun at the same time, and the family event. It's phenomenal, and well done to Racing with Change. Guys, please don't forget to like and share on the More Than Just Motoring page and the Racing with Change page, please, guys. From me, Anwar Daniels, I want to sign out and say thank you, guys. Abdul?
Thank you.
That's all.
Just by the way, I'm just waiting for confirmation on the next Gymkhana. I just spoke about it earlier on, that the date was given to the drags, which I think it's a good thing to do, because they didn't have a date.
Yes.
But it's really good for us, because if I get the 27th as a practice, it will be absolutely perfect.
Phenomenal, yeah.
Right,
And then we don't skip a event a month. You don't have to wait another month for an event.
No, and I think the practice is at the right time also,
Correct.
because there's a lot of new people at the Gymkhana on Saturday. And I think it's just going to put it on another, and it's on the spin pitch. If it's going to be something on the spin pitch. And then we are scheduling a program for the youngsters in the June holidays, where we're going to get those 7 or 8, it might be even more, but like 10 youngsters, because it's not only just the drivers, it's also the navigators and also the guys in the background, the kids that are always helping. They might not be the drivers, but we want to get them on the show as one. It's going to be like a whole thing. Okay, so guys, what's it? Like, share, subscribe. Am I right, Anwar? And follow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you Anwar's address. You can follow him home. Okay, guys. Thanks, guys, and
Yes.
see you guys next week at
Yeah,
Mischief.
so next week Wednesday will be at Mischief.
Yeah.
Tuesday night we might be at Dentiswood again.
Okay. Okay, Anwar, we're done.
You're done.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a
Say
good
bye.
evening,
Love you.
and
Bye.
love you guys all. Oh, yes. It's good versus evil.
Oh ja, en dan is in Happy Easter one.
Okay.
We can first what Good Friday. Good man, what's it?
No,
Friday?
no, Good Friday.
And what is Monday?
Easter Monday.
Easter Monday.
En
Yes.
pico fish, né? En pico fish.
Get it, but Len,
Yeah.
is Len finished now?
Let's finish, yeah.
Okay, guys, all the best. Have a good evening.
Let's pull this guy.
Ah,
superstars,
They are superstars.